Hi friends, I'm Rita Boyer, educator at Prospect Presbyterian Church in Maplewood, New Jersey. Thank you for joining me for the summer edition of Tell Me a Story. I'll be sharing the lectionary story for August the 23rd. I don't know about you, but I have quite a few baskets in my home. In fact, my son has teased me about how many baskets I have. I brought some right here to show you. I say some because even though it may look like one basket from certain angles, voila, there are smaller baskets nesting inside. So let's count how many there are here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 baskets of different sizes that I usually use for snacks like pretzels or popcorn, or for bread or muffins. Now, a very different basket that I have, a much larger one, is right here. Any guesses on what I might use this basket for? As you can see, there are handles, even a lid, and it is a very sturdy basket that holds quite a bit. Well, if you guessed that this is a basket I might take on a picnic, you are right. I sometimes put food in it whenever I want to take the food outside to eat. I also use this basket to carry meals to friends. When friends are sick and not able to prepare their own meals, or when they've moved into a new home and don't have time to cook, sometimes I will make a meal and take it from my house to their house in this basket. Well, even though I have a lot of baskets and I use them in many different ways, I've never used a basket in the way that we read about it being used in today's story. We find the story in the second book of the Bible, that is Exodus. So right after Genesis, and this story comes from the second chapter, the first 10 verses. But today I am sharing it with you as it is told in Growing in God's Love Story Bible, edited by Elizabeth Caldwell and Carol Wareheim. I love this particular version of the story because it is a fun rhyme. It's a story about a big sister named Miriam. Any big sisters out there? Well, it's about Miriam and her baby brother, who is named Moses. And we'll find that we're going to be spending a few weeks talking about this family and what happens after this particular story. So this is the beginning of something that we will be talking about for a while. And here is the picture. Share that with you again at the end. The Hebrews living in his nation grew and grew in population. Selfish Pharaoh, so very cruel, wrote a truly awful rule. Because you are too big a crowd, no more baby boys allowed. One Hebrew family, full of joy, had just welcomed a baby boy. Mother took some grass and leaves and made a basket to set in the reeds. She put her baby snug inside and took him to the riverside. Miriam found a spot to hide. She wouldn't leave her brother's side. Then Pharaoh's daughter came to bathe and saw the basket in the waves. Miriam saw the princess meant no harm as she rocked the baby in her arms. "Shall I get a nurse, perhaps, to care for the baby on your lap?" Pharaoh's daughter answered, "Please." So Miriam ran through the trees. When mother came to where they were, the Pharaoh's daughter hired her to care. One day, when baby boy was grown, mother walked him to Pharaoh's throne. The princess spoke aloud and said, "I found him in the riverbed." So Moses is to be his name, and I will love him all the same, as though this boy were born to me, adopted now to royalty. And you can see the creative way that they used that basket to keep the baby safe along the side of the river. A baby that would be named Moses because Moses means drawn out of the water. Moses certainly had a lot of women looking out for him and caring for him, right? That big sister Miriam, who would not take her eyes off of her baby brother. Of course, his own mother, who ended up being hired by Pharaoh's daughter. And Pharaoh's daughter, who knew that she might have upset her father by taking this baby in. There were other people. When we read the full story in Exodus, there were nurses who cared for and protected Moses as well. God used a lot of people to care for this baby. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that God is using to care for and protect you as well. Let's take a minute. I'm going to be quiet for a while, and I will join you in thinking about the people who care for and love me. If you will think about the people who have cared for and protected and loved you. Let's think about those people. It's important to give thanks for the people God puts in our lives to protect us and care for us. And to not only thank God, but to thank those people. So I hope that you do take the opportunity to thank all of those who love and care for you. And I'm sure there are those for whom you care and love as well. People that you protect. Maybe if you're a big brother or a big sister, you look after that little one. Maybe it's even a pet in your house, but someone that you care for and protect. Thank you for doing that. These days, we are all caring for and protecting one another by doing things like washing our hands and wearing our face masks and staying at least 6 feet apart. So thank you for caring and protecting all of the people in your community. As we continue to think about this story, I would invite you to check out the activity pages that are on the Faith Formation website, ppcfaithformation.org. You'll find them on the children's page. They are right under this video. There are game cards, and we've been playing this game for 2 weeks now. This is the 3rd game, but there are new cards every week. We're at August 23rd, Moses Part 1. And then there is an activity sheet called Story Figures, and you'll find the figures of the Egyptian princess, Pharaoh's daughter, Moses' mother, Miriam, the sister, Moses, and some water that you can color and cut out. And if you have a sheet of construction paper, you can put those figures and that water on the construction paper. I actually did not have construction paper. I found an envelope, a manila envelope, and I used that. Now the trick to this, there's a trick, so pay attention, is that whenever you put your water on your sheet, whatever you're using, white paper, construction paper, an envelope, whatever you can find, just fasten the bottom. Tape it at the bottom, leave it open at the top, and then you can move the basket with baby Moses in it along the water. And you can use this to tell the story of Big Sister Miriam and all of the people who protected and cared for Moses, who was drawn out of the water. Tell the story to someone who cares for and loves and protects you. That's a nice way to thank them. I found out that it wasn't a bad idea to use this envelope because I can put Moses in his basket in the envelope. Would you please pray with me? Loving God, we thank you for all of the people you give us who love us and protect us and care for us. Help us to protect and care for others. Amen. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you're having a good week. Bye-bye.